Please welcome now the challenger from Tyne and Wear, Ritson.
A very good evening. Fabulous to be back in the special Manchester arena that has, of course, brought the likes of Ricky Hatton, who celebrated his 39th birthday yesterday, and who likes nothing more than seeing talented fighters get opportunities. Here's one bit of a secret on the lightweight scene. Ritson, he's quietly amassed a 12-0 record, and he steps out and under the lights to challenge for the British title. He's still just 24, but there are good whispers around the trade, Carl.
Well, it looks like it could be a very good one, this. We're not quite sure if Ritson's good enough to take this belt, but we're hearing good things about him, so we'll see.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to welcome the champion from Yorkshire, Robbie Barrett.
In such a fantastic year for British boxing, it's easy for one or two stories to slip through the net. We've had Sean Mashador, a cracking tale in this competitive 9'9" division, and here's another in the shape of the unheralded 25-year-old Yorkshireman Robbie Barrett, who clambered off the floor twice to topple Scotty Cardle up in Glasgow. It was a really good performance that has rather fallen under the radar. Now a chance, Carl, to cement his ascent in this division.
Well, precisely, only 2 defeats and 1 draw. He's coming to this ring, he means business. He's here to win, and that's what's making this fight so intriguing.
Plenty around the boxing community really looking forward to this one. Nothing much in it in terms of age and experience as well, really. The height and reach in Ritson's favour, and he came in light at 9'7". See Barrett, slightly more experienced, double the rounds box. The power may be with Ritson, but it is at the preliminary level. This is a big move for Ritson. That's why he's not the favourite to win it, but it is very close. Looks like we could be in for a fascinating 12-round affair. Really interesting.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Manchester arena. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, proud to bring you Crawler versus Burns, live and exclusive on Sky Sports Fight Night and across the USA on AWE. We're sponsored by William Hill, StubHub, Mastered Fit and JD Sports. And this is 12 3-minute rounds to decide the lightweight champion of Great Britain. Contest sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge, Mr. Alistair Hayes. And at ringside, our 3 judges scoring. From Doncaster, Michael Alexander. From Barrhead, Victor Laughlin. From Birmingham, Terry O'Connor. On the bell, timekeeper Peter Humphrey. And when the bell rings, in charge of the action is A-star referee from Fleetwood, Mr. Steve Gray. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the boxers. In the red corner stands the challenger. He wears black and white shorts. He weighed in at 9 stone, 7 pounds, 9 ounces. Has a perfect record. 12 contests, 12 wins, 6 wins inside the distance. He is the reigning WBC Youth Silver Champion and British Northern Area Lightweight Champion. Tonight he is the challenger from Forest Hall, Tyne and Wear, the Sandman, Ritson. And in the blue corner stands the champion, wearing red with white trim. He was on the scales at 9 stone, 8 pounds, 4 ounces, has an 18-fight record, 15 wins, 1 inside the distance, 2 defeats, 1 draw. He is the former English champion, and tonight enters the ring as the reigning defending lightweight champion of Great Britain, from Darfield, Yorkshire, Robbie Barrett.
Okay, boys, if a cold break, you take one step back. Don't throw any punches to the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
An intriguing meeting in this buoyant 9 stone 9 division for the treasured old British Lightweight Championship. Close match on paper as Robbie Barrett defends his crown for the first time against North Tyneside's Lewis Ritson. Yet to lose as a pro, but now up in class. It's the southpaw Barrett and the orthodox strength of Ritson, and both have sold tickets. A good old-fashioned fight for the Lonsdale belt, Carl.
Good old-fashioned fight for a great belt as well. I mean, in my opinion, one of the best in the business, but I'm biased because I'm British. I love that British title. Ritson coming straight out with a nice jab and a nice body shot, putting Barrett straight on his back foot. I mean, Barrett making the first defence of this title, so he'll be a bit anxious, thinking to himself, do I belong here? I've got the belt. I want to hang on to it. Can be quite nerve-wracking the first round, early side, and I'm seeing this a little bit here. He's just backing up a little bit too much, and Ritson's right on him from the off.
He had a slow start against Scotty Cardle up in Glasgow, down a couple of times, but he hauled himself back, and this is a really good start for Ritson, who's taken the fight right to Barrett. He's been oozing confidence in the build-up, and that's lovely work there from Ritson. There seems to be no nerves at all.
Strange, really. Fighting, you know, this is his 13th fight, fighting for a British title, important belt. Real step on the career path of a professional athlete, professional boxer. And he's landing shots, and he's quite comfortable and quite relaxed here early on.
I remember talking to Robbie Barrett and Steffi Bull just before they beat Scotty Cardle as a right uppercut goes in from Ritson, and they were fancying their chances, but you know, they were going to just take it round by round. In the build-up to this one, Ritson has just been absolutely bustling, brimming with self-belief. Ricky Burns was saying he's a real handful in sparring, Ritson, and he's looking good in this opener.
He is, he's looking very good, fighting very confident on his front foot, nice tight defence, landing the jab almost at will, picking that right hand to the body as well. He really has got Barrett on his back foot, looking a bit distressed. He's taking too many shots too early, Barrett here.
Good defence from Ritson. So it's tentative here, Barrett, getting beaten to the punch.
I think Barrett just needs to calm down and settle into it. He'll be glad to hear the end of this first round bell, I think.
Yep, no sign of that southpaw rhythm that he used to win the British title yet. Body shot and a nice hook as well. And this is a great start for Lewis Ritson as he aims to topple the champion. Good body shot too. And Barrett is really caught betwixt and between here. Last 10 seconds of what's been a very dominant round for the underdog.
Ritson landed some heavy shots there. That left hook seemed to buckle the legs there of Barrett. This is bad news for him early on. His corner really needs to take a hold at the end of this round.
The stunning Lord Lonsdale belt, the British title, which means a huge amount to you fighters. Why is it this one particularly?
I think it's because we're British, and that's the belt that, you know, you defend it 3 times, you win it outright. It's the only belt. I've got 2 WBCs, an RBF, and the WBA, as we know. The British belt is the only one I've not got in my loft. That's how much it means to me.
Yep, it's a wonderful, treasured prize, and at the moment, it's the property of Robbie Barrett. But for how much longer? He's down in this second round after a beautiful shot. It was a fantastic opener from Lewis Ritson, and now he turns it into an absolute nightmare for Barrett. Can he finish him off? Ritson on the verge. And it's punch punches from all angles, body shots. Suddenly Barrett looks shaky. Can he recover?
Well, Barrett sat in the corner looking at Ritson, and Ritson just threw an uppercut that landed flush on the chin and sent Barrett to the seat of his pants. Has he recovered? He seems to be okay, but he was badly hurt there. I mean, he seemed to be a couple of shots away here from being stopped. The referee having a close look.
Ritson showing us the power. Back comes Barrett. Remember, he proved his heart against Scotty Cardle, but this looks so tough. These punches have real meat behind them. 6 knockouts in his 12 wins, Ritson, and he's just walking Barrett down.
Very relaxed, putting his shots together. Lovely Ritson, accurate, powerful, hurtful-looking shots. And Robbie Barrett just needs to take a step off. He's going back in straight lines. He needs to turn. He needs to get that defence up because it's too leaky.
Steffi Bull barking out instructions from the blue corner. They're such a tight team. And the stable's in cracking form with Josh Wale, British champion, and back comes Barrett, and he so wants to keep the winning trail going, and he's turning the heat on Ritson. Great stuff.
Ritson's showing a little bit of inexperience there, just taking a few shots that he shouldn't be getting hit with, but...
Down he goes again, no knockdown called, but he was bundled over, and there is a difference in strength and power.
There is, that's evident. I mean, Ritson having it all his own way, so, you know, he's entitled to be a little bit confident, but just don't want to see him get too cocky, just get down to business. Barrett's been here before, so he may suck it up, he might just recover. He's fighting back here.
It's a good point. We don't know about Ritson when it gets tough and a long, drawn-out affair, but it's been a great beginning to his challenge here from the man from the northeast. Rights and lefts, and the defence again, holes in it, and Barrett has a quick look down at ringside as if to say, what on earth's happening here? Left to the temple as well. Needs the bell here, Barrett, just to regroup, Carl.
He does, desperately. He's moving the wrong way as well. He's moving to his left, into the right hand from the southpaw stance, getting caught clean. He needs to wake himself up here in the corner because some hurtful shots landed. He's nodding, he's saying yes, he's responding to his corner man, but that was a bad round that take a lot out of him.
Listen, Robbie, you're falling in. It's that uppercut that's hitting you, mate. While you're on the outside,
he tried it a few times in the first round, and then that right, shaking Barrett to his boots.
Well, the left hook landed, then it was the right hook that landed clean, and looked like it was going to finish Barrett off there. I mean, Barrett just didn't show much emotion in his face, like he's not too concerned. I mean, to say how many shots he's taken, you'd think he'd be a bit more...
It's either that he's not too concerned, or it's all a bit foggy at the moment. And certainly a fragility to Robbie Barrett here tonight, but remember, down against Scotty Cardle and then started winning rounds, so he needs rhythm, he needs to get the southpaw skills into effect, but Ritson right on top of him again and just can't miss with that right hand.
Yeah, well, some fighters do need waking up with a shot or two. I found that myself sometimes, that, you know, until you get hit and you feel the weight of the shot go down to your boots, you don't really snap into it, but I'm not seeing much different here from Barrett.
Combinations from Ritson, and what's evident is that he is in control, and when he's on the front foot, Barrett finding nowhere really to go, and he's working the hair down body too. I suppose the question is, how long can Ritson keep this up if Barrett stays with him?
Well, we don't know. I mean, this is only his 13th fight. He's 12-0, he's undefeated in 12 fights, and he's looking good, he's looking in charge, he's in command, but as this fight goes through towards the championship rounds, if indeed he gets that far, that's when we'll find out a little bit more about Ritson. But he doesn't seem to be blowing a gasket or overshooting the shots and overworking. He's still keeping quite calm and composed, he's picking the body nicely, and again his defence is nice. He's walking forward a little bit nonchalantly there. Maybe he's so confident, he's seen the devastation of when his punches landed, so maybe he just thinks it's a matter of time.
Barrett's only got 1 knockout on his record in his 15 wins, so he obviously believes he can walk through him.
Yeah, he's got no respect for Barrett's power, but that's It's not a good attitude to always have, but if he's confident and he's seen the effects of his landed punches, then obviously he's almost in there now, matter of fact. Only a matter of time until I get the job done. That's what he'll be thinking in his head. But this is a 12-round British title fight, and Barrett, first defence, he'll have another gear, I'm sure.
Yep, starting to try and manoeuvre Ritson around the ring. We saw Scotty Cardle bouncing back earlier from that loss to Barrett, and Scotty was telling me at the weigh-in that he fancied Ritson for this. So did Ricky Burns.
Well, if Barrett was a bit of a puncher, you'd say, you know, he's got a bit of a chance of getting into this because, you know, Ritson's walking forward. I know he's got a nice tight guard, but he is getting caught with the odd shot. And the fact that Barrett's not a big puncher almost takes him out of the mix here with this terrible start that he's had.
Big looping left hand, just sort of round the side, back of the head. And again, he just walks into punching distance. No respect for what's coming back at him. And Barrett trying to get his boxing into some sort of a pattern. Another right from Lewis Ritson. Here's a name you might be familiar with, Ben. Yes, Father Nigel fought here against Steve Collins, tail end of his career. Son Connor, who's 8-0 as a pro, and we like the look of him. He's coming up a little bit later. That's his arrival. And Lewis Ritson trying to show he really has arrived on the domestic lightweight scene. He's had a terrific start here in his challenge for the British belt, flooring Robbie Barrett in the second, dominating the first totally, and probably even winning the third, although it was closer.
Yeah, Robbie Barrett getting back into it a little bit more in the third round, but still taking too many clean shots, which would catch the judge's eye, and I think that round would have gone against him. But better signs for Robbie Barrett in that last round, if you can build on that.
They were saying in his corner, Steffi Bull and Ray Doyle, to Robbie Barrett that he's tiring Ritson. No sign of that yet, though.
No, Ritson doesn't look like he's fading at all, but he's put a lot of work in. They're the kind of nice shots. Robbie Barrett there picking that right hook to the body. You know, the inexperience of Ritson, if he lets him land 2 AM body shots, as the fight draws on, that will slow him down. But at the minute, he's just on his front foot, almost doing as he pleases.
Yeah, Barrett chipping away, certainly more coming from the fists of the Darfield man. Tries the body shot slightly low from Ritson. In those black and white trunks, the Sandman, 24 years of age. This is his big test, big night under the lights. And Robbie Barrett's tasted that before up in Glasgow. Will that hold him in good stead should this go into the championship rounds?
Well, it's certainly given that bit more experience at that level. He needs to just hold his feet. As Ritson backs him up, just hold his feet like he is here in the centre of the ring. Get that shoulder, push Ritson back, and throw them body shots and head shots, and just work away. Give Ritson something to think about, because when Barrett's on his back foot, he's just getting hit clean and taking shots like that left hook there. They're hurtful shots. He needs to hold his feet now and work the body and stamp his authority more.
Big gulp of air from Barrett as he came back with the right hand. Stalking Ritson. Not delivering quite as much in the third and fourth, but still pressuring with that menacing look, as if to say, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, because Ritson's marching forward and having it all his own way, although he's working hard, he won't be feeling the pace because it's not uncomfortable for him. He works when he wants, he breathes when he wants, because he's having it his own way. If Barrett can just stop him in his tracks, throw that body shot, nice right hook there from...
That was the best shot of the fight so far from Barrett with the right hand. He just sneaked through the defence of Ritson. The problem is he's just shaken it right off and come back with combinations at the bow. But a better round for Barrett. Really good night of boxing here in early October, and what a run at the moment. British title fights, world title fights. You've got a European one as well on the card tonight. It's all happening. What a year it's been.
It's been a great year, it really has. It's just getting better as well.
You upset still not to be involved in it, or are you happy this side of the ropes these days?
Yeah, I'm staying retired, I really am. I mean, I see these boys taking punishment, I see the hard work that goes in for 10, 12 weeks training. I know at 40 years old, my time is done.
Yep, these two have put a huge amount in. Robbie Barrett from Darfield, the village on the east side of Barnsley, and Lewis Ritson from Forest Hall in North Tyneside. Spent time up in Scotland under Billy Nelson for a while. That's where he sparred with Ricky Burns, but he went home and he's trained by his dad, Davey. And they've done a good job with him, unbeaten. This is fight number 13 for Ritson. For Barrett, fight number 19 as he walks into another shot.
It's getting a bit more competitive now, a bit closer. Barrett seems to be landing more shots, still getting hit there. Hit around the side of the back of the head there. Didn't seem to like that on the ropes, but no, he's standing his authority a bit more, Barrett, and he's letting more shots go and landing more shots, giving Ritson a bit more to think about. And that's how it should be for Ritson in a British title challenge. He should know that he's in a fight, and that's how it's turning now.
Got third and fourth were close, and maybe Barrett nicked the last one, but still Ritson seems to me the boss in there. Barrett needs to get a sustained attack going, try and trouble the challenger. Maybe he's just hoping he'll tire as the rounds tick by. But Ritson was saying that Scotty Cardle lost the title rather than Robbie Barrett winning that night. It's a bit unfair, that. I thought it was great from Barrett.
Yeah, Barrett did very well. He showed a lot of heart in that fight. He kept with it, stuck with the game, and yeah, it was very close. And there's an argument, you know, for both sides. But he won the British title, and here he's defending. This is tough because Ritson really just keeps putting him under pressure. But Barrett getting into it now. Ritson not having it all his own way.
Yeah, slashing right from Robbie Barrett as he tries to trap Ritson on the ropes. And for the first time, Ritson is just backed up here. Just maybe taking a breather. Deep into the fifth, back he comes with a combination that looks hard and hurtful. And there's the difference in power again. But Barrett staying strong. What a good fight.
Yeah, we were sitting back there, Ritson, on the ropes, and we wondered, is he sitting there having a breather because he needs it, or is he just having a look? But whatever he was doing, he fired back there with a nice cluster of shots that landed clean and accurate. But the bad news for him, Barrett stayed with it and came back at him. So Ritson's in a fight now.
And we're enjoying it. Again, open defensively though, Barrett. What's Steffi Ball going to say to him in the corner? How do we think he's reading it?
What's that one, right? You all right, pal? Suck it up. He's slowing terribly now, isn't he?
Ritson applying pressure there, and Barrett, for the first time in his career, he's getting caught with some good shots here. That was as Ritson was back on the ropes and he fired back nicely. But we see Barrett more and more replying to Ritson's attacks, which is what we want to see.
120th round of Robbie Barrett's professional career. Only the 59th of Lewis Ritson. As he tries to get another combination forward. Intense battle this for the British 9 stone 9 title. We saw Sean Dodd successfully defend his Commonwealth crown against Tom Stalker last week in Liverpool. Dodd outboxing the former England captain. It was an amazing performance, that. And there's some really good stories and fights in this division, but down he goes again. Barrett for the second time. It was accumulation, one to the body, deep breaths. And although Steffi Bull says that Ritson's tiring, I worry if it's his own charge. Lewis Ritson now again with plenty of time in the round to get this job done, and he can't take the punishment here, Barrett. It's the power of Ritson, and we might have a new name in this British lightweight division to watch out for. The count's at 9. Will Steve Gray allow it to go on? Just about. And Ritson needs 1 or 2 more. And it's job done. But Barrett will attempt to dig in.
Well, it's body shots that set it up there for Ritson, and he's targeting the body again, left up to the body that caused the first knockdown, then a right uppercut to the body. But Robbie Barrett firing back here, showing a lot of defiance.
What bravery from Barrett. But how can he survive the storm here? It's tenacious, and it shows how much he wants to hang on to that British title. But Ritson has turned his man again. Big punches going in. And they're hitting Barrett clean, and Steve Gray again takes another look.
Body and head shots going in there by Ritson. Nice, clean, accurate shots. I don't know how Barrett's still standing, but he seems to be.
45 seconds left in a turbulent and torrid 6th round for Robbie Barrett. There's the fitness as he tries to come back with shots of his own. Hats off to the courage here of Robbie Barrett.
Well, body shots are the ones that drain you and take the wind out of yourselves and really do hurt. He's been down twice with body shots, and he's still standing. How he's doing it, I don't know. Ritson's probably thinking, what do I have to do here? But just taking his time marching him back. But back comes Barrett. This is real bravery.
Ritson with an uppercut. He's running out of time in this round. You'd never have thought Barrett would get through it, but he's coming back at Ritson. Incredible. That body shot right in the perfect spot.
Well, that's the left hook underneath the right elbow of Barrett. It slots right in there. And there's the second body shot. It's like a looping right hook. And you can see the reaction from Robbie Barrett there as he's almost pushed to the ground, but he was on his way down anyway. Breathing heavy, but he wants to stand straight back up. And how he's recovered from too heavy. There's that right uppercut to the body. He stayed on his feet for that one. Getting hit far too often from Louis Ritson, but you know, he's still in the fight, showing a lot of bravery, and Ritson now will have to start asking himself, what am I going to do? Do I go for the finish, or do I just throw caution to the wind and box for a round and see how it goes?
Louis Ritson very quick off his stool in the red corner. Robbie Barrett taking every second of the minute, second half of this British lightweight title fight. It's been good action, but it's been mainly from the fists of Louis Ritson, who must have an enormous lead here. 7 points on your card, 3 knockdowns, and on the verge a couple of times.
Yeah, well, the referee was having a close look. I don't think he was going to jump in, because with body shots, referees really jump in, but he only just beat the count on that second knockdown, and he was badly hurt. Harry's recovered. He must be really, really fit. He's put the work in the gym. He's still throwing shots away, and he's got a very leaky defence. He's happy to stand in front of Ritson, and he's too open for shots, but he's still doing it.
The problem he's got, Carl, is that when he fought Scotty Carl, he went over a couple of times, but he was winning some rounds at this stage. Yeah, Louis Ritson has got a 10-7 round with the 2 knockdowns, a 10-8. He's probably won 2 or 3 others. It's a mountain to climb here for Barrett.
Well, looking at it for now, it would be a victory for Barrett to hear the final bell. It really would. He's been down twice. He's behind so far on the scorecards. He must be with the second round knockdown and then 2 knockdowns in round 6. But he's staying in there. You know, he's a proud belt, the British title, and I don't think he'll be giving it up.
Dad, Davy Ritson, Owen Ray, and Neil Fannin, who used to guide Michael Hunter, of course, in the corner alongside us, and they believe they're going to be taking this Lonsdale belt back to the northeast. But Robbie Barrett is trying desperately to keep it in Yorkshire.
Well, still working away, still having a go, but not really landing with any accurate enough shots. And when Ritson decides to go to work, he just looks more effective.
He ups the tempo, but then Barrett coming back with his own work. You're right about this fitness. Steffi Bull, terrific on the small halls shows and scene of British boxing. He's brought Josh Whale to the British title, Lee Appleyard, the English belt, Andy Townend picking up a Commonwealth title. No real TV, but down Barrett goes, and he might lose a British champion tonight. And the towel's gone in, and that's compassionate from Steffi Bull, and the right decision. Well, rise, Louis Ritson, British lightweight champion, 13-0.
The towel came and it was a compassionate move, but I think he knew the right one was on the wall. You keep going down to them body shots, there's almost no way back for you because it just takes the energy and the engine out of you. And when you're not a puncher, you could see that Barrett was really going to struggle to get back into the fight.
There's Tony Jeffries, his dad, Phil, who does a lot in the Northeast for boxing. He's in the ring celebrating. It's a massive win for the underdog Lewis Ritson, who was oozing confidence all week. There's a kiss for his dad. Your heart goes to Robbie Barrett, who had his night in Glasgow but never really got going, and he was brave and spirited to the end. Great character from Barrett, great decision from Steffi Bull at that time, and terrific performance from Lewis Ritson.
Yeah, it really was a terrific performance from Ritson, and I think Steffi Bull, you know, the decision was right. Barrett, he would have complained initially because he was going to get back up, but the right one was on the wall. Ritson doing really, really well. That was impressive. 12-0, now 13-0, undefeated. Now the British lightweight champion. Lewis Ritson doing really, really well there. Very impressive performance.
Just caught the eye of Glenn McCrory, who's working for our colleagues on Radio Talk Sport tonight. He must be immensely proud. Another force in the Northeast. Father and son, the Ritsons celebrate. They have got the British lightweight title. What a night for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time recorded, 2 minutes 27 seconds, round number 7. Referee Steve Gray dispenses with the count. Winner by technical count out, and the new British lightweight champion, Lewis Ritson.
The boxing scene was bubbling this week. What of this dark horse? Well, the Sandman has done it under the lights, having been brought up on the small halls. He's done what Robbie Barrett did to Scotty Cardle. He's upset the odds, and the British 9 stone 9 belt changes hands. Good fight, wasn't it? Good action.
It really was a good fight. Robbie Barrett there, he couldn't really do much more because he was feeling the weight of the punches early on. Lewis Ritson really landing from round 1. The body shots and the head shots were going in, and Barrett got off to such a bad start. We didn't see any way back for him being a non-puncher, but Lewis Ritson, really confident young man, and great performance for that British title.
Let's get over to Andy with a smiling Lewis Ritson.
Lewis, congratulations, you are British lightweight champion in just your 13th fight. Try and put it into words for us.
First and foremost, massive respect to Robbie Barrett and Steffi Bull. They've been so respectful throughout the full thing, and proper boxing men, proper boxing people. Over the moon, me and my dad when we were little, I started the gym when I was 8 years old. Me and my father always used to say, imagine what it'd be like to be British champion one day. That's what you're in for, turn pro, and that happened out today. So I want to thank Owen, part of the team, but this belt isn't going on my mantelpiece, it's going on my father's. He's been there from day one. We've had plenty of ups and downs, but this is a true good up, and mass respect, father, I love you.
Plenty could have forgiven you for a few nerves. It's a huge stage. It's your first time on TV, but you just seemed completely in control, completely comfortable.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised, even backstage. It wasn't any nerves, though. I was trying to get up for it. I was a little bit, hey, I didn't feel like I'm fighting in Manchester. I feel like I'm fighting on one of Jaffa's small hole shows. And like I said, I didn't stick to the game plan. I was hands down, letting him hit us. I felt a bit sorry for Robbie because after that first 30 seconds, I knew we had no power to hurt us, so hands were down, just walking forward, not really sticking to the game plan, but worked in the end.
You can say no comment if you want, but Phil Jeffries told me at ringside that a member of your team 7 years ago put a bet on you to become British champion. Can you tell us about this bet?
Yeah, he's here the day. Aka from LA Taxis, a sponsor, put a big bet on and he cashed out.
He cashed out before you won?
He cashed out before I won, so he got a bit money, but he would have got a bit more. So, but all good, all good.
We're going to try and grab a word with Robbie Barrett, but before you go, just tell us what you want to do now. Do you want to defend that belt and keep it outright?
Yeah, well, like I say, I hope I've done well enough for Eddie to put us on another one of his shows. I know he's got Scotty, I know he's got Sean Dodd. They're the two biggest names in the domestic scene right now. Probably Scotty a little bit more because he's fought in Eddie's. If I didn't get one, the money's right, then I'll come anywhere in the country to fight. I've got a good support. Thanks to all the fans coming out, all the Geordies. And this is just the start. I'm only 24, 13 fight. This is just the start.